They were just kids when they met. Koksong and Patricia. They courted, got married, had children, and life was good. But in July 2003, a visit to the doctor would bring sobering news.
Mr. Ng, your wife is in quite a serious condition. I think she's got some form of cancer. We will have to send the, a specimen for biopsy to confirm what sort of a cancer it is. And I said, how serious is it? He then put up his fingers and said, 3. So I thought he meant 3 years. I said, you mean 3 years? He says, no. I think if the treatment does not work, Patricia will probably have no more than 3 months to live.
I have always been afraid of dying. I mean, I know we all have to go someday, you can't live forever, but you always hope that it will be a long time from now, and probably I'll be like so old and dementia and everything that I won't be fully aware that I'm dying, I'll be like fading off in a dream. But now I'm still, well and vital and everything, and just the thought of going now is very scary,
She was in a state of panic, and she was in a state of fear. And also in a state of disbelief, almost saying, why me?
That why me was to be the beginning of Patricia's journey.
And I remembered going to the hospital with her 2 days later and going through some further checkups because we were arranging for her to begin her chemotherapy treatment. And she saw a lot of people in the medical center in the hospital, who were perhaps in similar condition. And then she said to me, she says, Koksong, I am in this condition, but thank God that we've got good doctors, I can receive treatment, and thank God that we have the money, the funds, to pay for the treatment. Can you imagine people who are poor and people who do not have loved ones to support them emotionally or financially? At that moment, I knew she was undergoing a transformation of her feelings. She says, a few days ago, we were asking ourselves, why me or why us? Then she said, I think the right question to ask now is, why not me? What is so special about us? After all, we are human beings. It is part of the human condition. From that moment onwards, my hope and her focus was how would she live the rest of her life? How should she live her remaining span of days, weeks, or months? How do we live the rest of her life well?
Every moment I spend with my family, with Peter, is very precious. So, of course, but I don't pick on his mistakes as I used to, Well, I used to say, well, if I don't tell you, who else is going to tell you, right? But now I'll just keep it to myself. I say, well, he's only human. In his time, he will learn. And so I dote on him a little bit more than I used to.
Yes, yeah.
express my love more. I'm more physical in my towards him. In Asian culture, you're not supposed to be outwardly affectionate, But I do it a lot more now, I can kiss him in public. I don't know why. I guess I want him to have good memories of me.